Time for another airshow retrospective from Plains TV. This week we'll be looking at the Scottish International Airshow 2016 and the evening Typhoon display. Hi, I'm Ian and this is Poorly Rob. This week we're looking at the Scottish International Airshow 2016. But this was a show, so we had Eastbourne. The last one we recorded was Eastbourne, which is a show you didn't make it to, but we did drag you up to Scotland. Yeah, and you know what? I'm so glad that even if I miss Eastbourne, I can go to Scotland, because it is probably now, if not my favourite show, certainly one of my favourite shows of the year. This is becoming a bit of a theme, Rob. I'm pretty sure you say that same thing about every air show, which is very diplomatic. You know, it's fine. It's fine, and I'm glad that you're enjoying them all. But each one does have its own character, and we enjoy them all. This one, a particularly nice seaside setting, lovely backdrop of the island. Oh gosh, what's the island off the coast? The Aran Island. Is it Aran Isle? Aran Island. And a nice diverse display. We had red arrows, Typhoon, things like. What was the three ships? It was a North American theme. Yeah, so we had the B-25, Bronco and Mustang, which is, you know, great. How often do you see those guys flying together? Well, you wouldn't, ever. I don't think. It's got to have been a unique fly past and then solo displays from those aeroplanes as well. And obviously the seaside setting lends itself to float planes, seaplanes. So we had Weedram, seen that aircraft the last 2 years, and he managed to touch and go on a... Yeah, it was fairly calm, but a bit breezy actually, I seem to remember. So there was some debate about whether it was going to happen, but he did that, and that was a fabulous thing to see. Not something it was really good, wasn't it? It was really good to see. Weedram, G-Dram. And a good build-up to it as well. Brendan O'Brien's the commentator up there. And yeah, he does a very good job of getting the crowd involved and building a bit of suspense around little moments like that, which I enjoy. I think it's great stuff. Does have a certain charm about him, doesn't he, good old Brendan? You know, I still have fond memories of the ENS from the 2015 Scottish Airshow. Yeah, we'll leave that one hanging. Yeah, it's an incredibly long journey. More so for you, Ian? Than you guys, yeah. I drive the entire length of the British Isles to get there, basically. I mean, right down in the southwest. It is a long way, but well worth the journey and the visit. It's genuinely a relaxing show, isn't it? You know, the atmosphere is very chilled out. And I'd say that, but also... I think the guys up there are probably a bit starved of aviation. There's always I used to say it about Lucas as well, and I'm sure we've said it about the Scottish Air Show previously, but the crowd engagement with things like the red arrows, the oohs and the ahs, it's always a good measure of how entertained people are being, and it's yeah, you get a lot more engagement up there than you do at other shows. So vast crowds of people weren't there on the seafront. Yeah, even on the Friday evening display, which our excerpt will come from. It was not a pleasant evening. It wasn't, you know, torrential downpours or anything, which it could have been, but it was cool. It was a little bit damp, but huge crowds out for the evening display, and that brings us nicely onto the excerpt we're going to show you now, which is the Typhoon. You know, reheat in the dusk, fantastic thing to see. Watch out for the green glow of the HUD, as well as the huge reheat coming out the back in the dark sky.
Oh, it's all gone quiet. No, it hasn't.
So at this altitude, the engine's in max reheat. He's using about 600 kilograms of fuel a minute. So that's about a Mini Cooper being put out the back end every minute. The display lasts about 8 minutes, and that's because that's the limit of the fuel we can use.
Of course, it isn't just a display aircraft, it's a fighting machine, can engage multiple targets in the air-to-air roll. Should say something about the pilot. Got his wings in 2004. Became what's known as a creamed off QFI on the Hawk, followed by Harriers, followed by Typhoon, and now he's an instructor on Typhoons.
Mark puts his landing gear down now for the loaded barrel roll with his gear down. Just goes to show how much thrust to weight this aircraft's got. He'll transition from the slow speed pass with the gear down, plug the reheat in and climb ahead for a half horizontal.
So as you stand here, Ryan, are you in the frame for next year's Typhoon display pilot?
Yeah, if you could tell everyone here, Ed, that'd be great, you know.
I'll do just that. Yeah, if you are enjoying this, folks, do come and join us tomorrow afternoon when Mark is going to be doing the display again, along with plenty of other exciting events. Flying cracks off at 11 o'clock.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mark's final pass. As he comes past, please do give him a wave. He can see you out the cockpit. Mark pitches up now for his final move, the vertical departure. Looks like perfect timing.
Our Vimeo on demand version of the Scottish Air Show is available now. As a 50% discount, use the offer code Typhoon. There's also a 50% discount on all of our previous DVDs and Blu-rays from air shows in Scotland. That includes the likes of RAF Lucas, particularly worth noting the poignant final air show there in 2013, and also the Heart of Scotland air show at Perth. For more information about what's discounted, check out the homepage at planestv.com.
So that's it again from us this week. We'll leave you with the highlights now, and we hope to see you next time for our final retrospective from the 2016 shows. Anyway,
last one. Adrian might well be back with his drapes for some mid-90s action, but yeah, for the time being, our next one is the Duxford Air Show in September 2016. But for the time being, we'll say goodbye. Cheerio.
Ciao.